Good afternoon and welcome to the Humidor Report. Justin here from Beaumont's very own cigar club. Some new things to us, one new to us and one new to everybody out there right now from a venerable old brand, and yes, that brand is Punch. Now, Punch does go way back in Cuba with the original version of the Punch. I believe that was sometime in the late 1800s, named after the Punch and Judy comics, the old world kind of comic strips from way back in the day. But Punch has been around for a very long time, and there has been tons of stuff made outside of Cuba bearing the Punch name. Most of that would be the Punch that you have smoked and are familiar with. Now, we've always talked about the Honduran Punch because really up until just a few years ago, 2018 in fact, all non-Cuban punches were made in Honduras. Well, the first exception to that rule is the Punch Diablo. Again, that launched in 2018. That made at A.J. Fernandez's San Lotano factory. So that is a Nicaraguan-made, the first Nicaraguan-made punch. It is easily and unquestionably the fullest bodied offering in the Punch line. Punch is known as one of those mild to medium bodied, with maybe a few things kind of trying to dip into the fuller body territory, maybe with something like the Grand Cru or something like that a number of years ago. But the Diablo is unquestionably strong, full bodied through and through, and is the strongest one in the portfolio. It is also probably the biggest punch in the portfolio because of this variation right here, the Diablo size. This actually, I could be wrong, but I do believe this size launched after the initial release and may have even been earlier this year. But the Punch El Diablo, as they call this one, is a 6.5 inch by 66 ring gauge. So that is definitely moving up into the oversized ring gauge territories, really getting very close to a 7 by 70 here, something you don't really see outside of brands like Asylum and the like per se. But this is a grande Punch Diablo here in this very, very large size, again, 6.5 inch by 66 ring gauge. We have the Diablo, the Brute, and the Scamp all here and ready to go and smoke. Now, sitting up here behind them on the riser back here is the new Punch. This is also a big deal. While this one is made in Honduras, it's not made by General or Scandinavian Tobacco Group at all. The Punch Golden Era is what we have here. This has actually been blended, created by the Eiroas. You know, we talk about the Eiroas quite a bit around here. Well, Julio and Justo Eiroa, that have JRE cigars, that would be your Aladinos, that would be your Tatiscans, Rancho Luna, and the like. That is who teamed up with STG in General to make this cigar. So this is Eiroa Corojo. And if you've ever heard me talk about Eiroa Corojo, you know that I believe, and I genuinely feel, there is no other Corojo out there like it. And I do believe it is Julio's commitment to growing specifically that Corojo 59. That's very difficult to grow, very susceptible to mold and pests and all sorts of things, but nothing else tastes like it. So that's what we've got going on here with your wrapper and your binder. It is all Honduran Corojo from the Eiroa family farms, and the filler is all Honduran grown Habano. So if you've ever had the Corline Aladino, what we call the Aladino Corojo, that is very similar to the formula that you've got happening here. And even the Eiroa Classic, which is kind of a flip, that's got the Honduran wrapper and the Corojo in the filler. So this actually, taste-wise, does to me fall somewhere in between those two products from Aladino. But it is a punch product. It definitely gets into a flavor profile with that good Honduran Eiroa-grown Corojo that I've not tasted on any other punch or any other cigar bearing the Punch name, be it this one or be it the ones from you know where. But that's it. This is the two new punches that we've got on the shelves, 3 sizes available in each. So stop in today, check one out, and see what is hip and happening from the folks at Punch with their new to us offering and the brand new golden era just hitting the markets this past week. So that's going to wrap us up for this edition of the Humidor Report. Thanks again for tuning in. We should be back here with you here next Wednesday afternoon. So until then, like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you know what's hip and happening here at Cigar Club Southeast Texas. Until next week, I'm Justin. We'll see you at the club.